But anyway, like this is what I was talking about. Like this right here, it's an LED UVA grow light. It's made for plants, you know. These plants also need 6,500 K, you know, in order to properly, you know, metabolize their, you know, chlorophyll and stuff like that. So I got this, and you see I got the substrate down there, and the substrate I keep moist as much as I can, which right now it's kind of dry, but I have to moisten it again. And then like this is their heat bulb right there. Like, so that maintains heat in the days because they need a bask. So you got to be able to maintain between 90 and 110 degrees underneath their basking area. And to do that, like I got this little, you know, stone tablet down there that heats up and maintains heat. And then on this side, I have a ceramic heater, which is basically like, I don't know if you guys fucking see it, like this little thing right here. This will put off light, this puts off fucking heat. So it keeps them warm, you know, during the night when they're sleeping. And then like this right here is what I was talking about. Like this is their UVA tube. And this, and you know, and not only that, but I didn't really talk about it in the thing, but it's got to be specialized UVB. Like this is a T5HO 10.0 bulb, which is made for desert species. So it puts off the same amount of UVB that a desert species, like, you know, like leopard tortoises, they live in like the savannah, which is kind of, you know, sub-Saharan, but it's kind of on the border. It's the same amount of UVB that they would get if they were to actually still be in Africa. And then I just got a secondary heat bulb. This is like this one right here is bigger. It's 150, you know, watts. This is like a 50 watt. It's just supplemental heating in case it gets fucking cold. And then like another thing you got to do, like I said, you got to keep your humidity up. But when they're sleeping, their humidity has to be higher. So this is like moss, and every day I soak it in water and keep it really fucking moist. He's fucking sleeping over here. And this, you know, everything else stays between 50 and 60, but this is like fucking 90-degree humidity right here. And you got to do that, or if you don't keep your humidity up, their shells get deformed. Because in the nature, you know, in the wild, they live in burrows and shit like that. And all this shit's expensive. Like these bulbs alone, these bulbs are like $40 fucking dollars. This little fucking, you know, this little setting right here, these things are $80. And then the lights themselves are like fucking 40. And this fucking thing is like $60 fucking dollars. So, you know, you have to, you know, if you're going to buy tortoises, I mean, tortoises themselves are fucking expensive. These little guys I got like $500 a piece. So, you know, that's $1,000 right there just for tortoises. And then like the cage, you know, to set it up and all of that, that costs fucking money. Like little, you know, humidity thermometer I was talking about. So you have to, you know, it's not, like keeping reptiles is not a poor man's hobby. Like, you know, you gotta have the money to fucking throw at these guys. And if you don't, you know, if you just go fucking buy your fucking tortoise, you just wasted 250 fucking bucks or $500 or 1,000. Like those pancake tortoises I was talking about, those fucking things are $1,000 a piece because they're fucking rare and endangered. So if you're gonna spend that fucking much money, you know, you might as well know how to set up their fucking cages. And a lot of people fucking don't, and they just fuck it up.